Hey everyone, got a brand new Toronado here. Picked it up out of Muskegon, Michigan for $500, if you won't believe it. This car is insanely clean. Only one rip in the interior, which is right here. Everything else is really nice. It's got a digital dash, and it's a column shift. Unlike all the other Trofeos I've had, this is actually a standard Toronado. You can tell that by the trim package that it has, along with the only single outlet exhaust pipe. Has the wire aluminum wheels and some Michelin tires with, I'd say, about 80% tread left on them. Car runs and drive. Drove it 3 hours from Muskegon there, and it almost made it home per se. Needs a definite tune-up. This car's been sitting for a very long time. Now let's go take a look at the engine. Well, like I said, interior is very clean on this. Single rip. And carpet is extremely clean, along with no sags in the headliner. Here's some of the major damage on it. Ollie hit a pole. Foam was a little ripped underneath here. Definitely needs work. Be re-dyed. This has the 3800 red dot engine. It's given that by the, well, giant red dot in the center of the valve cover. Pretty clean engine. Needs valve cover gaskets, oil pan gasket, and just about everything else. Plugs and wires were redone, but I'm probably going to do them again just for peace of mind. Needs a coolant flush, just all other maintenance items, but very clean car, and only has 121,000 miles on it. It also has this undercoating that was applied to it, so it's prevented it from rusting all these years. And of course, has the headlight doors. They work perfectly. Yeah, that's the basis overview of the Toronado. Now we're gonna get started into cleaning this, and we'll go from there.
Alright, so we're working on the 1987 Oldsmobile Toronado that Justin bought. So we got a climate control unit from the junkyard, and he's currently taking off the old one,
This is the one from the
and
junkyard.
putting the junkyard one on it, which we should probably clean up, but we'll do it when we get in there.
But this one has the off button that actually like pushes in and out. This one is stuck. I'm having problems with the, I guess you call this an HVAC system. That's what everyone else keeps calling it. I'm not entirely sure.
So yeah, all we did was ended up taking out a panel on the bottom, loosened some screws, and he's just pulling the dash piece back a little bit just so he can get the wiggle of the piece out for the climate control.
I need to grab a screwdriver, I think it is.
But meanwhile, I decided that I would go ahead and help him with the interior process. You know, simple cosmetics, because Justin is incapable of doing that himself. And financial funds is a little bit limiting, but anyways, enough insulting of people. This back interior was completely messed up. Well, not messed up, but it was, you know, a little bit more than average dirt. You know, 30 years of dirt and grime and lots and lots and lots of dog hair. Probably enough dog hair to create another dog. But there's still quite a bit, but it looks really good through the camera. But probably about 20 minutes of vacuuming in total from yesterday and today. And I got a lint roller from PetSmart. There it is right there. And that was $3.79 plus tax, and it works really well. So if you guys need to get, you know, pet hair, or even just hair out of your interior, it works really well. And then just take your shop vac and you know, go at town. So the back seats really nice condition. They need to be cleaned up with a leather cleaner and polished up a little bit, dusted off. Here's the one I'm sitting in. Really nice. Yeah, this man is going at it. Going at it.
I can't get the screwdriver back
Yeah.
there. Actually,
Yeah.
I need a smaller one. I don't know.
Well, you're Mr. Toolman. I think you got it, man.
I probably do.
So, yeah, we'll keep you guys updated how the process is going.
So basically what I'm trying to do, it's exactly like how the 1990 and through 92 Torados are. And,
Flashlight is on the top of the car, but whatever. It's just a little
it's got
pin,
a magnet.
little pin to disconnect the pin connector, as usual. Like any other car, usually has pin connectors. Of course, they're always a struggle.
I like to call them the pain connectors, but I got it.
And we got it. She's coming out.
So, this is why we're replacing it. So, here's the one that just came from the car. It's actually really hot for some reason.
Focus, 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 focus. There we go.
So, it's got like this.
And whereas it goes out of focus, there we go. Okay, perfect. Sort of.
See it?
Yeah, we got it.
So, the power button is completely broken. Well, I guess off button technically.
Yeah, I mean it still works, but it's not clicky and it kind of jams itself. So, and that's causing a nice little error on the car. Fun stuff.
Look at the upper level button gets stuck. That one's stuck. That one. These are actually these all three of these are four of these are actually stuck in.
No, I'm sure if you use contact cleaner, you could probably do it and open it up, but obviously that's a little bit more of a job and don't exactly have all those tools right now, so it was just cheaper and easier to just get another climate control, and now we have one as a backup in case, so never hurts to have backups. And if you see, I'll zoom in on the off button, keep it in the angle you were at just a second ago.
Like this?
A little bit up, a little bit more.
Up.
You can see how the off button is a lot higher than the other off button.
Can't even press it in.
So,
it's just,
yeah,
it's just like it's always like trying to press itself off.
Right.
And it makes like a screeching sound inside
Yeah,
the
it's
car.
terrible.
So we're gonna.
Also,
do you think we should clean this up first?
randomly kick itself off.
Before we put it in?
Yeah, probably spray some Windex on it and just kind of grab a cloth and just kind of clean it off. Be fine.
Right now, then.
So we'll get back to you in a bit, probably when it's installed.
Yep. So I took the entire dashboard apart and everything and put the new climate control in that I got from a 87 Toronado in a junkyard. Fortunately, it looks like it got moisture inside and it no longer worked, so I ended up having to put the old one back in. I got the off button to work now and it seems like there's no problem anymore, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to find another climate control eventually. But right now, I've been working, or my friend Andrew's been working on the carpets, so I'm going to go ahead and pull both seats out here so we can get the rest of the dirt and everything out of here and get a really clean carpet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and yeah, I'll be back once that's all done. We got both seats out and the carpet is finally ready to be cleaned. Just got to pull out that other mat there and should be good. Both seats are in really nice condition, along with the front carpets, which are also going to be cleaned. And this is the control module that we got from the junkyard. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with it. I'm not good with electronics, but it just doesn't turn on at all. But yeah, this is like literally the worst part of the car besides the front dent. They got tape on here at the bottom and up top here trying to hold this together. I'm not exactly sure what to do with that, but I'm gonna at least try to clean it as best I can. Fortunately, they use duct tape, and that always leaves behind a ton of residue. So I'll have to try to figure out something with that in the near future, but not today, because we're gonna be focusing on the carpet here. There's pennies, scraps of paper. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I found a lot of dog treats in here before, though. You can see the frame rail underneath there, extremely clean still. It is really nice to see. So yeah, gonna clean this all up. This is like the only one that's rusted, so I'm gonna take a wire brush to that as well and clean up the threads on that. And yeah, we should be all good to go. another thing I noticed when taking out the seats is that they have these plugs, and these plug is for the 6-way power seats. So I can, you know, if I really wanted to, I can take the seats from my 92 and put them in here. But to be honest, I like the manual seats better because it's just a lighter seat, and hey, it's a bench seat car. So let's get everything cleaned up here, and yeah, ready to go. Carpet cleaned up pretty nice. I'm also starting to put the other seat in. Yeah, it cleaned up really well. Carpet's cleaned up pretty good. Carpet's a little, I guess, sun faded per se, but yeah, I think it just needs a deep scrubbing. Fortunately, I don't have anything for that, but you know, it's coming along together, and yeah, slowly getting there. But we'll get it, and yeah, when I have the interior all together here, I'll come back and show just how the drastic difference between the two are. Now, Andrew's finishing up vacuuming here inside the door.
What?
And I got both of the seats in with, for the bench seat. They look very nice. Got the seat belts back in, all nice and straight now. So, the next thing I'm going to be working on here is going to be the rods for the door, or for the hood. Yeah, geez. So I'm going to be working on those. I got 2 brand new ones here, and we're going to be putting these on. This one you can see is actually exploded. The hydraulic fluid actually started coming out of it this morning, and that's why I got vice grips on there, so I don't end up hurting myself by like hitting my head on that or something. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to be taking out this battery here as well, because I don't need to move the seats anymore. And yeah, I guess that's the next thing to do, and I'll be the final thing for today. So it's been working on this car for 3 days straight, and finally coming to a close of everything I can do for now. After I get the hood props put up, not hood props, but the hood hydraulics, I'm not exactly sure what you'd call them, but we're going to be working on the engine next. I got to do the valve cover gaskets for both sides. I'm going to do the plugs and wires. I want to do a pan gasket as well. And I need to do a seafoam treatment because I believe a couple of the injectors aren't firing at max capacity. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next time. And yeah, hopefully this will be running and driving very, very soon.
Alright guys, Andrew's back here. And so we got the hood struts on, or the hood support beams on. Justin put those on. These are from the junkyard, and the whole hood actually is sturdy now, so now we don't have to risk about it falling and breaking some bones on us when we're working on it. And Justin's over here just cleaning up the interior of the door, and it's cleaning up really nice.
Yeah, it is.
And using a microfiber cloth with some LA is totally awesome. It's a degreaser that really helps on interior, and it's wouldn't necessarily recommend it on paint, but definitely engine bay and miscellaneous things along that nature. And it'd probably take this duct tape grease off if you worry about it, but that's for another day.
I got glue big on for that type of stuff.
Right. So look at this, it just cleans right up, just shines up. You go over it with a couple more layers, it'll shine even more. But it all depends on how much you're trying to put into it. And you get this, you can get this at your normal dollar store, you know, Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, whichever one's nearest to you. Usually have in the shelf for $1.
Cleans up really well on plastics and aluminums. Surprising, usually aluminum's pretty. Oh, sensitive that lock is though.
I know.
It's crazy how good that is. But besides that point, I still can't believe I got this car. It just happened to fall in the right place at the right time, I guess.
To the door handle.
This right here?
Yeah. Want me to pull it up?
Yeah.
Got it. I'll probably spray a little bit in there, yeah. Sometimes direct contact helps better. It all depends, really.
Let it soak in there too. We were able to remove marker paint with that. but just letting it soak on the marker.
Readjust with my hand. Nice, so nice. Probably do the Oldsmobile thing right there.
Do that
Next. Film it. So what happens, yeah, usually it's best if you just spray it on there
right
and then let it soak and then go for it, but it all depends on really what you want to do. As long as you don't, you know.
I don't want to really get on the carpet.
Right,
so,
exactly.
You know,
Just gotta be careful.
Small strokes. Now, this car was a smoker's car, unfortunately. You can see there's a cigarette burn mark right here. And throughout the car, you'll see, you know, burn marks. Unfortunately, that's just the
nature of it.
Yeah. Repercussions of not being born in the 80s. There you go. I cleaned up really nice. And that was just with minimal effort, too.